Hello everyone and welcome to another 1 to 64 model car review. My name is Amadeus and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to take a look upon a very special model car in 1 to 64 scale. So far I've made reviews which were mainly circulating around R34, Mazda RX-7s, 86, but I didn't touch actually one of the most important cars in uh, automotive history, which is the Nissan Skyline R34 GTR. However, for many years there were many different Skyline GTRs on the market that looked either very great or basically they required a specific taste to like them. I was talking about tuned ones. And that's why they will take a closer look on a Kaido House Nissan Skyline R34 Kaido Works Shinjuku version 2. Now I've got that car around when that was, I think like 5 or 6 months ago. I don't remember exactly when, but it is still now my one and only Kaido House model. I've never bought Kaido House before because I often thought these were either overrated and not necessarily the best. But when I looked at some other reviews, I did think that maybe I should try it out. And when I found this Skyline in blue, I thought, why not? I like R34 GTR and I do like blue R34 GTRs. I feel like that this color, because of Fast and Furious and Paul Walker, became like, you know, the proper duo, an R34 GTR in blue. So let me quickly unbox that model. And here it is. Wow, it still looks very intriguing, as I say, because at the end of the day, that type of Skyline you don't see every day, right? Like you do see the Nismo, you do see the like the regular Nismo S-Tune and then the Nismo Z-Tune, you do see the Liberty Walk and plenty of other versions, but that one looks really clean. I do like that, and also it doesn't have too many stickers. It just has that banner that says Kaido. Oh, already we can see that the dashboard is covered in carbon fiber. Very nice detail. I hardly ever see model cars that come with this. I'm not even sure whether my Ignition model RX-7 has that, but I think it has. I'll check that later. Then you get here these really deep dish 6-spoke rims and the tire lettering that says Skyline. Here we have the Kaido House logo. Here we have on the side Kaido House, Kaido House. Yeah, it looks, even here we have the carbon fiber trim on that pillar. And even here, carbon fiber. As well as a golden roll bar, or roll cage actually, and golden seats. Man, that's a very tasteful model. When I got it before, like a couple of months ago, I just looked at it quickly and I like didn't look at it as detailed as right now. Here it says Kaido, Nismo, Skyline GTR V-Spec, and you do get quad exhaust pipe. Very nice. However, another highlight of that this model has is the underneath of it. Look on that color, like that's really fascinating. Normally, like underneath you have black base, like black uninteresting base, or either a base that has painted pipes but nothing else. Then we of course have the front, the grille, the mesh, as well as the headlights. And finally, time for a detail that is like the main selling point of these Kaido houses, but it is a bit of a pain to do so because it has there we go, an opening hood. Look on that, people. The twin turbo RB26, we can see the Nismo printing, the carbon fiber texture everywhere, and some like these yellow stickers that you have in the engine bay, a strut bar in silver, intercooler turbo, everything. Like, it looks so good. And keep in mind, that's not a 118 scale, that's a 1 to 64 scale. That's just wonderful. Man, I also see right now that the camera is also making the job quite well. And then we can close it and boom, there we have the Skyline back. Now let me here take a different car for comparison, so maybe we can make a fair comparison with another wide body car. Let me take a look in here, because I have many models, but not all of them are, let's say, here close to me. Maybe I'll bring that one for comparison. And maybe, yeah, I think that one will do the work. It's also a wide body. It is the Tandem Mazda RX-7 FC made by Hot Wheels. That was from the first batch of Run and Run, if I'm correct. And it also looks pretty nice. We have here the fog lights, the rims, also the six-spoke rims. Let me here take these two models side by side. Here we have the difference between a Hot Wheel and a Kaido house, like, and even how deep these rims are. Look on that difference. So here is the, let me quickly take a look. Here's the front of these two models and the back. Now here, of course, the thing is that the Kaido house obviously has a lot better details because it has plastic headlights, plastic taillights. Here we have just tempo printing on the Mazda. And I mean, really, you can't compare these two models. And keep in mind that the Tandem Mazda is a Hot Wheel Premium. This is like obviously a league further. Now let's talk about pricing and availability, because the problem with Kaido houses is that at the end of the day, these are pretty easy to find, relatively easy to find. But when there is a model that's very popular and that's very well detailed, and overall, you know, it fills in that popular and, let's say, that demand gap, it obviously is going to be hard to find. Now, I'm not exactly certain if that was the case with that one, because I found it in a vending machine, basically in my city, or in my country also, because I live in Poland. They do have these vending machines that sell model cars, and they did have the Skyline for like, I think it was 20-25 euros, which, I mean, in comparison to how much these things cost in internet, it was a pretty well-priced model. Also, now I noticed that the front, because I didn't notice it earlier on, if you look, if the camera can focus, wait a second, let me hear, oh, there we go, even the splitter is, even the splitter has carbon fiber. And also about the wide body kit, because I didn't talk about that, it's a very aesthetically pleasing wide body kit because it doesn't have any like cutouts, or let's say, I mean, okay, you do have some cutouts, but you don't have these screws like with RWB models. It looks very, very good. So finally, do I recommend this Kaido house model? Absolutely. It's beautiful. It's definitely an icon, you know, R34 GTR, you can't go wrong with it. And at the end of the day, it also depends on who you ask whether they like this body kit, because for some people that car will be a bit of a, let's say, disqualification, mainly with the fact on how the front is wide, because the back, I mean, you know, some people can tolerate that, but then they will look at the front and they will say, oh, it's way too much. And yeah, to be honest, I like it. For me, it's a bit of a different wide body. It's not overdone, because, I mean, they could still add a bigger spoiler, even wider wide body kit. I can imagine even wider than that. But it's absolutely a #1 R34 model so far. Even though there are different models, right? Our ignition model, you do have the ignition models, R34, you do have Eno 64, and many, many others. But for me, that one is a great one. So once again, definitely recommend it. Let me just open it for the last time, show you the engine bay, and on that I'll end the review here. Look on that. That's just phenomenal for a 1/64 scale model. And on that, I'll end, people. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below what is your favorite Kaido house, and optionally, which ones would you recommend to get? Because I also have a bit of a, let's say, required taste. I don't like overdone I can tell you wide body kitted cars, but definitely aesthetical like this one. So thank you so much for watching, and bye.